Much indeed. Now, cities across the United States are expected to see mass demonstrations today as migrant workers protest against a planned immigration law. As many as 500,000 people are expected to turn out in Los Angeles in support of moves to offer citizenship to illegal immigrants. Well, our correspondent James Westhead reports from Virginia.
On a street corner in Shirlington, Virginia, America's hidden economy. Illegal immigrants waiting for work. Even the police turn a blind eye. But perhaps the nation will notice if Juan and his friends don't turn up for work.
In my case, I will go to the protest. And I think most of these guys, they will go to the protest.
And not work.
And they won't work.
The work boycott is the latest in a series of mass protests throughout the states. Mostly Latin Americans furious over proposals for an immigration crackdown that threatens to deport many of the 11 million illegal immigrants. Many businesses have decided to close for at least part of the day in sympathy with staff, but worried about the potential economic impact.
If we close, we're going to lose money. No, just in this small restaurant. How about if the entire United States, don't show to work and close business? The economy is going to be really affected, believe or not.
But some fear the boycott could backfire, losing protesters their public support and their jobs. Immigrants themselves are divided over the boycott, worried about losing their livelihoods. But America may now be waking up to just how vital they are to its economy. James Westhead, BBC News in Virginia.
Well, I'm joined now from Washington by Gus Shihab, an immigration lawyer, and thank you very much for being with us. How dependent is the US economy on immigrant labour?
John, if you look at the spectrum of the labor force in the United States, you have in the middle the ones that are occupied by primarily US-born individuals. Those are the ones who have high school degrees and some college. But if you also look at the beginning of the spectrum, the undocumented aliens occupy most of the unskilled laborers performing construction, hospitality, performing all kinds of agricultural positions. They are extremely vital. They fill a significant gap in the spectrum of the workforce in the United States.
But why should they have the same rights as US citizens when presumably they're not paying the same degree in taxes and all the rest of it?
Well, John, I take issue with the fact that they're not paying taxes. They are, in fact, paying taxes. They are a significant purchasing power in the United States. They occupy a very important role in the economy as far as the labor force is concerned. And they are here. They are important. If they leave, we will lose 5% of the workforce in the United States. And that nobody has ever calculated the impact of losing 5% of the workforce.
But can you just suddenly say to all these people, okay, let's have a few million more US citizens?
Well, as I explained earlier, the undocumented aliens do not compete with the U.S. workforce because they occupy an entirely different segment of the labor force. They are not. There's no overlap between the areas where the U.S. workers are working and the ones where the undocumented aliens are working. So they're not competing. If these people leave, you will have a very difficult time finding willing U.S. workers who are wanting to take these positions.
Okay, Gus Shihab in Washington, thank you very much indeed for being with us. Thank you.
Let's take you back to those celebrations we saw a couple of moments ago in Reading. Reading's football team have been